You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. One of the best rivalries in baseball is coming up next. The Boston Red Sox are playing the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium. This is game one of a three-game weekend series. And again, it's coming up next. Starting on the mound for the Yankees, James Paxton. In 7 starts so far this year, he has a 4-1 record and a .312 earned run average. Paxton started the year on the injured list, but has come back and has done relatively well with this Yankees team. This is his second year in pinstripes as Andrew Benintendi comes to the plate. He is the leadoff hitter for the Red Sox. It's inside, counts 1-0. The Yankees are first in the American League East. They have a 63-39 record, 6.5 games above the second-place Blue Jays and 11 games above the third-place Red Sox. The Red Sox were in last place for most of the first half of the season, but coming into the second half, they've moved past the Orioles and the Rays to claim third place, and they have a winning percentage over .500. They have a 52-50 record. Counts 2-1. 72 degrees at Yankee Stadium with a slight gust of wind. But the Red Sox pitching has improved heavily, which has caused them to have greater success. Their offense has always been pretty good as a team. The Red Sox have the third best batting average as a team in baseball at .277. They also have the 7th most runs scored with 503. Benintendi strikes out swinging. That's out number 1. And with that, the number 2 hitter, Rafael Devers, will come to the plate. Red Sox third baseman that continues to improve year to year. He has a .310 average with 20 home runs and 66 RBIs as of today. Also has a .921 on-base plus slugging percentage. This Red Sox lineup is packed with big names, one of which gone, though, Mookie Betts, who got traded in the offseason to the Dodgers, along with David Price. As Gio Urshela makes that play, that's out number 2 here in the top of the first. And with that, we'll take a look at the Red Sox starting lineup, give you a visual of who's in it. Kevin Pillar, one of the newer names on this team, he signed in free agency this past offseason, and he's a platoon right fielder with young talent Alex Verdugo. But most of the players on this team were here last year as Xander Bogaerts takes strike 1. Bogaerts signed an extension with the Red Sox last season. Made his Major League debut in 2013 and was a part of the Red Sox World Series win that year. And he's been their starting shortstop ever since. He was a free agent international signing out of Aruba. Very talented young shortstop, has continued to develop over the years. This season he has an average over 300 entering today. So 1 ball, 2 strike count on Xander Bogaerts, but the Red Sox expected to go into rebuild this season. That's fouled off. They traded away Mookie Betts and David Price. Big arm in the starting rotation and their franchise face outfielder. And Chris Sale had Tommy John surgery in the offseason, so he's likely to not make an appearance again until 2021. That stays fair. That's off the foul pole and gone. Xander Bogaerts now has 20 home runs this season, and the Red Sox have an early 1-0 lead against James Paxton and the Yankees. And that ball was crushed, and if that didn't hit the foul pole, I'd like to see how far it would have went. The projected distance, 399 feet. But here's J.D. Martinez, second on the Red Sox in RBIs, 75, still producing. The cleanup spot and playing the designated hitter's role, batting .333 with 29 home runs. Also has an on-base percentage over 400. It's at 407 entering play. Swing and a miss. That's strike one on J.D. Martinez, former Houston Astro, Detroit Tiger, and Arizona Diamondback. Signed with the Red Sox in the 2017-2018 offseason, and in his first year with Boston, he won a World Series. The first of his career. Again, talking about the Red Sox being in rebuild, it seemed like to start the year they were struggling and that this was going to be the projected rebuild year for them with Betts and Price gone and Sale on the injured list, but they've turned it around in late June and early July to get themselves over 500 with their winning percentage, and they're in the top three in the AL East right now. Fly ball out toward right field. Aaron Judge makes the catch, and the top of the first inning is over. But Xander Bogaerts gives the Red Sox some early offense. This solo home run off James Paxton has the Red Sox up 1-0 going into the bottom of the first. And on the mound for the Red Sox is somebody who formerly pitched for the Yankees in his career. It's Nathan Eovaldi, making his 21st start this year. He has a 5-6 record with a 5.36 ERA. Both Yankees and Red Sox pitching staffs have not been elite this year. Both teams have been carried by their offense more than their pitching or their defensive skills, as DJ LeMahieu comes to the plate. The Red Sox have had more glaring issues with their pitching staff, though, and one of their biggest issues was with starter Martin Perez, who before the All-Star break had over 10 losses on his record. He got taken out of the rotation. Brian Johnson got put in the rotation, and that may have had something to do with their turnaround. As that's a swing by LeMahieu, counts 0-2. Swing and a miss. DJ LeMahieu down on strikes after 3 pitches. And that's one out here in the bottom of the first. Now here comes former American League Rookie of the Year, Aaron Judge, batting .319 this season with 19 home runs and 52 RBIs. Also has a .404 on-base percentage. Aaron Judge, 8th in the American League among leaders in on-base percentage. That's outside, counts 1-0. Judge started the year on the injured list. Came back around late May, early June, and he's been producing as he usually has over the years. Judge has struggled with some variation of an injury in every year he's been in the big leagues. Now, this injury he had to start this year was retroactive to last season. Just a bruised rib, but now he's back and healthy, and the Yankees appreciating his production as he swings and misses at that pitch. Eric Ledford and the Truth 1-2-3, welcome. Welcome to this game. Glad you're with us. Inside, counts 3-2 on Judge. Gleyber Torres waiting in the on-deck circle, but the Red Sox have an early 1-0 lead because Xander Bogaerts hit a solo home run off James Paxton in the top of the first inning. And Judge exercises patience, lets that breaking ball drop below the zone, and now the Yankees have a base runner after the walk. With that, the number 3 hitter for the Yankees, Gleyber Torres, will come to the plate. Tied for 6th in the AL in RBI total, and also is tied for the second most home runs in the American League with 29. I believe it's a 4-way tie. No, now it's a 2-way tie. It was a 4-way tie earlier, but as of today, Gleyber Torres and Lourdes Gurriel Jr. are tied with the 3rd most home runs in the AL. Oh, with J.D. Martinez, hold on. My mistake, it's a 3-way tie. J.D. Martinez, Gleyber Torres, and Lourdes Gurriel Jr. all have 29 home runs behind Justin Upton, who has the most with 35. The relay from Pilar is late, and oh, that's not good. I mean, I just talked about Judge getting hurt, and he seems to have some kind of hand injury. He's holding his hand out at third base. He just slid into third, and that might be a big blow for the Yankees. Oh, goodness. Well, Judge out, and we'll see who's going to replace him. Tyler Wade will come in. Wade's a utility player for the Yankees, so it's likely he'll stay in and play right field for the extent of this game. But now here comes cleanup hitter Miguel Andujar. Runners on the corners with one out. Tyler Wade on third, replacing Aaron Judge, and Gleyber Torres on first. First pitch from Eovaldi to Andujar is a strike. Counts 0-1. So the Red Sox in the top of the first didn't have too much traffic on the bases, but they got a run on a solo home run. Now the Yankees putting traffic on the bases, but they haven't scored yet. And whether it's a short-term or long-term problem, Aaron Judge got taken out of this game because of an injury. He slid into third base. One ball, two strike count. Eovaldi's pitch. That's fouled off the count, still 1-2. What do I think of the expansion of playoffs in 2020? I kind of like it. When you have a year that has so many different rules taking place, that's what gets away from Vasquez, and down to second goes Torres. But when you have a year where mostly everything is different and there's so many unique and unorthodox events and rules and circumstances going on, I think experimenting, like this is a perfect year for experimenting. So I like it. And if expanded playoffs turn out well, if the universal DH, same thing, if that turns out well to the majority of fans or players, then I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't keep it. Maybe they're experimenting with expanded playoffs to see if that makes for a more interesting playoff picture or playoff run for different teams, and see if they'll implement that in the future. But Miguel Andujar just walked, so Tyler Wade's on third, Gleyber Torres is on second, Miguel Andujar's on first, and here's Gary Sanchez. One out in the half inning. And that's strike one. Gary Sanchez on a 4-game hitting streak. So far this year, he's batting .254 with 21 home runs and 48 RBIs. High and outside, counts 1-1. Sanchez made baseball headlines after he hit 20 home runs in 53 games with the Yankees when he started playing consistently. He made his major league debut in 2015, but didn't start playing regularly until the end of 2016. Sharp grounder, bobbled by Chavis at second. Chavis recovers, throws to Moreland at first, so the Red Sox get it out. But Tyler Wade scores from third base. That goes down as an RBI ground out for Gary Sanchez. This game's tied at 1. Gleyber Torres now on third. Miguel Andujar now on second. First base unoccupied with 2 outs, and here comes Luke Voit. Much better numbers against right-handed pitching. .291 hitter with 8 home runs and 31 RBIs against righties. And there are 2 runners in scoring position, but 2 out in this half inning. That's strike one for Eovaldi. Luke Voit made his major league debut at the St. Louis Cardinals in 2017. Was traded from the Cardinals to the Yankees in the middle of the 2018 season for Giovanni Gallegos and Chasen Shreve. And he's been the answer to the Yankees' first base problems. So he struggled with an injury last season. He's back and healthy this year, and he's still producing at his consistent rate. Eovaldi's been throwing more strikes than balls, but he's up to 23 pitches in this half inning. Not quite over yet. Eovaldi ahead in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. And that is popped into the air down the right field line. Pilar making a run for it, but runs out of room. That's a foul ball. Ground ball right side, played by Moreland at first. He steps on the bag himself, and the first inning is over. Well, the Red Sox got a run on a solo homer by Xander Bogaerts in the top of the first inning, and then the Yankees found a way to get the bases loaded, and then Gary Sanchez got an RBI ground out to tie the game at 1. We'll go to inning number 2.
Your attention, please.
So, a new player in the game for the Yankees, Tyler Wade. He takes over in right field for Aaron Judge, who slid headfirst into third base in the bottom of the first inning, and evidently there's something wrong with his hand. We don't know the extent of that injury yet. You can check Twitter at the end of the day when we post our results and standings update as well, but you can see on Twitter, we'll give you the specifics of Aaron Judge's injury, and if he has any time on the injured list, you'll know.
Counts 1-0.
Counts 1-0 on Mitch Moreland, former Texas Ranger. Signed with the Boston Red Sox in the 2016-2017 offseason. He's been their consistent first baseman ever since being signed. He was a part of the Texas Rangers team that went to the World Series in 2011. Also a part of the Rangers teams that won the division in 2015 and 2016. Not a player that shines too brightly, but he's one of those veterans on the team that keeps the team afloat. It's that one against the shift. That's a base hit. So Mitch Moreland beats the shift and gets himself a single by hitting it the opposite way. And the Red Sox have a leadoff base runner at the top of the second. So watch this again. Just right down the middle. Moreland swung late at it, too. It was just a sharp ground ball that would have been routine if the fielders were playing at normal depth, but they were exaggerated to the right. Moreland hits it to the left, and he's got a hit. There's Michael Chavis, who's had a couple good months in June and July. Overall, he's batting .295 with 16 home runs on the year. Runner on first, nobody out. James Paxton on the mound, and he throws ball 1 to Chavis. Chavis this season has grounded into 12 double plays. Quite a double play candidate. He's one of the Red Sox best youngest players. He's a versatile infielder. Plays first, second, and third. Today's game, he's starting at second. Made his debut last season, and more or less, you could have called that a breakout year for him as well. As that pitch misses low, counts 3-0. Jackie Bradley Jr. on deck. This is game 1 of a 3-game weekend series between these two. Three ball, no strike pitch. That's a strike, counts 3-1. So these two played each other in one series, one 3-game series in May, and one 3-game series in June prior to this meeting. The Red Sox swept both of those series. So the Red Sox this season are 6-0 against the Yankees, though the Yankees are in first place in the division. Counts full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And these two will be playing each other back-to-back in back-to-back weekends. 3-game series this weekend, and the next weekend a 4-game series will start on Thursday. Ground ball left side and foul. The count's still full, 3-2. Mitch Moreland on first base. And that fouled off. Paxton with that last fastball. Threw it 98 miles per hour. Another full count pitch coming. Swing and a miss. A prolonged at bat ends in a strikeout. So that's out number 1.
The center fielder, Jackie Bradley.
Well, he trusted that off-speed pitch, and it started at Chavis's knees, and then just broke downward. Got him to take the bait. So now, with 1 out in the top of the second inning, Jackie Bradley Jr. will come to the plate. Mitch Moreland's on first. He singled to open up this half inning. And that's ball 1. Jackie Bradley Jr. has been around the Red Sox organization for several years now. Started playing regularly in 2014. Was an all-star in 2016 with the Red Sox. He's a great defensive outfielder. His numbers have been up and down over the years, but something that's been consistent is his defensive prowess. Covers a lot of range out in center field. Has a strong throwing arm. Definitely a Gold Glove candidate year to year. 2-1 count. That's outside. Now the count is 3-1 on JBJ, as he's known. Christian Vasquez is on deck. That's inside, and that's ball 4. Moreland singled. He's now on second. Chavis struck out for the first out of this half inning, and Jackie Bradley Jr. just walked. That'll bring up Christian Vasquez. 241 hitter with 3 homers and 30 RBIs entering play. Vasquez is another player who has had inconsistent offensive numbers over the years, but he is such a great defensive catcher. Pop up, shallow right. Wade coming on. He dives, but he can't make the play. That'll get into the corner. Moreland's going to score from second base. Wade now just plays it. Jackie Bradley Jr. stops at third, and aboard at second with an RBI double is Christian Vasquez. His 8th RBI of the his 8th double of the year. And with that, now a mound visit for James Paxton. Gary Sanchez joining as well. It's 2-1 early. Paxton already at 35 pitches. Not out of the second inning yet. Anthony Eovaldi also struggled in the first inning. The Yankees had the bases loaded, but Eovaldi limited the Yankees to just 1 run in that half inning. The Red Sox got their first run on a solo homer by Xander Bogaerts in the first inning, and here in the second inning, Christian Vasquez hit an RBI double. So now it's 2-1, 1 out top of the second. Kevin Pillar is at the plate. He's quickly down, no balls and 2 strikes. Well, strike 3 call. James Paxton, after the mound visit, gets a strikeout on 3 pitches. Watch that fastball, just well placed. Sometimes pitchers will throw it at a hitter's eye level to try to get a baited swing. But Paxton did the opposite. He didn't throw it high, he threw it low, and you saw Pillar was frozen. Here's Andrew Benintendi. He takes strike 1. Benintendi's rookie year with the Red Sox was in 2017. He's blossomed into a superstar. Great defensive outfielder. Contact approach at the plate. He's quickly down, no balls and 2 strikes. Two outs. 2 runners in scoring position for the Sox. That pitch misses upstairs, counts 1-2. It's Jackie Bradley Jr. on third and Christian Vasquez on second. Paxton struck out 2 in this half inning, but he's also given up a single, a double, and a walk, which have collectively yielded the Red Sox another run. Swing and a miss. So Paxton strikes out the side. But in between those strikeouts, a single, a walk, and then this RBI double by Christian Vasquez give the Red Sox another run. So it's 2-1 going to the bottom of the second. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis.
The center fielder,
Aaron Hicks leading off for the Yankees. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Bronx Bombers. Aaron Hicks, Brett Gardner, and Gio Urshela scheduled to bat. Eovaldi pitching now in inning number 2. He escaped a bases-loaded situation, only allowing 1 run. So technically he didn't escape, but he escaped with limited damage, as that's fouled off. The count now 1-1. Unfortunately for the Red Sox, though, it could have been an inning-ending double play, because the ground out by Gary Sanchez came with 1 out, but Michael Chavis bobbled the ball at second. So the Red Sox could only get 1 out on that play, which allowed the run to come in to score and kept the inning alive. That's fouled off. The count now even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Anthony Eovaldi throwing in the high 90s starting this game. Same with James Paxton, but both of them dealing with their own issues on the scoreboard so far. Aaron Hicks chases that breaking ball. That's a strikeout. And that's the first out of the bottom of the second, and here comes Brett Gardner. Gardner, 265 hitter with 9 home runs and 38 RBIs entering play. Not producing as well as he has in years past, resorting back to a more contact-based approach. Gardner's been playing with the Yankees since 2008. Toward the middle, Chavis, jump throw, got him at first base. So Gardner grounds out on a flashy play by Michael Chavis. This is standard for infielders that make backhanded plays. Their momentum is running one way. So to make a quick transition, they jump in the air, try to make a throw, and Chavis executed that play well. So 2 outs, bottom of the second. Here's Gio Urshela. He takes strike one. Urshela over the last 6 games has gone 9 for 16. He's having a hot stretch. Chopped on the ground, Xander Bogaerts plays. Throws to Moreland, who picks it. Urshela's out at first, and the second inning is over. No runs on no hits, and nobody left on for the Yankees in that half inning. After 2 full innings at Yankee Stadium, the Red Sox have a 2-1 lead over the Yankees. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 2-3-4 hitters due up for the Red Sox in this half inning. Rafael Devers, Xander Bogaerts, and JD Martinez. Rafael Devers is 0 for 1. And he swings and misses at that first pitch. Counts no balls and 1 strike. Check swing, but no swing. Counts 1-1. Both Paxton and Eovaldi have been throwing in the high 90s so far this game. But they've each struggled, giving up at least 1 run. Paxton right now has given up 2 earned runs. Counts 1-2. The Yankees also without Aaron Judge. He slid into third base in the first inning and evidently hurt his hand. So he got taken out of this game. Tyler Wade took over in right field, and he's in the number 2 spot in the order. But the Yankees without him, and right now we don't know exactly what the injury is. Devers just struck out. James Paxton out with 5 strikeouts. Here comes Xander Bogaerts, who's 1 for 1. He had a solo home run back in the first inning to get the offense started for the Red Sox. And now he's 2 for 2. Ground ball through the left side of the infield. That pitch leaked over the middle of the plate. Thankfully for Paxton, Bogaerts didn't elevate it. Kept it on the ground, got it through the left side of the infield, and the result is a single. Now here's JD Martinez. That's a foul ball. The count 0-1. JD Martinez now batting .333 on the year, 29 home runs and 75 RBIs still. He flew out back in the first inning. James Paxton almost up to 50 pitches now in his pitch count. Not a clue why that happened. My apologies. Working out some issues with the internet, but JD Martinez up now. Red Sox leading this game 2-1. And something just knocked us off the air. We don't know exactly what it was, but we're back. Two-one pitch is swung on and missed. The count even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch coming to the Red Sox designated hitter. And that's outside. Count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mitch Moreland's on deck for the Red Sox. Full count pitch coming. Into left field. That's going to fall in front of Brett Gardner. Bogaerts trying for third, and he'll make it as the ball's cut off by Torres. So JD Martinez has his first hit. It's a single that puts runners on the corners for the Red Sox with 1 out. And with that, Mitch Moreland will come to the plate. Moreland swings and misses. That's strike 1. Moreland's 1 for 1. He had a single back in the second inning. And he also scored in that second inning. on Christian Vasquez's RBI double. No ball, 2-strike count on the Red Sox first baseman. Just a bit down low. Counts 1-2. That's fouled away. The count's still 1-2 on Moreland. Bogart's on third. He's singled. JD Martinez also singled. He's on first. And on Martinez's single, Bogart's advanced to third.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That pitch misses down low. Counts even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hi, The Truth, 1, 2, 3. Good to see you, and we apologize for the technical difficulties. Sometimes our internet just kicks us off, so it happens, but we apologize. 2 ball, 2-strike count. That's outside.
Got a full count.
Counts full 3-2. There's Michael Chavis on deck. Swing and a fly ball, or more like a line drive, but that goes foul. That's fouled away. The count's still full 3-2 on Mitch Moreland, milking out this at bat. Full count pitch coming one more time, and Paxton gets a swing and a miss. Paxton now has 6 strikeouts in his outing so far, and there are now 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning. So that here comes Michael Chavis, who struck out in the top of the 3rd inning. Hello, Eric Ledford. I'll give you a personal apology as well. I'm sorry for the internet issues that we have encountered. No ball, 1-strike count. It's inside, counts 1-1. Michael Chavis, yesterday, or in his last game he played with the Red Sox, went 0 for 5.
Nope.
Down low count is 2-1.
I got 2 on the count.
The Red Sox had an off day yesterday, but in their most recent series, they took 2 of 3 from the Blue Jays. The Yankees also had an off day yesterday, and they swept a 4-game, or excuse me, no, they didn't have an off day, but they swept a 4-game series against the Angels.
Ball back upstairs.
This is game 1 of a 3-game series between these two. So far this season, the Red Sox are 6-0 against the Yankees. Deep out toward left center. Gardner running out of room, and that ball is gone. Second home run for the Red Sox in this game. But this one with runners on base. It's 5-1. The Red Sox now have a 4-run lead over the Yankees. Well, let's watch that. Yeah, that pitch right down the middle. Chavis, though he's still young and his career hasn't really developed yet, he's been known in instances where he gets a fastball right there to hit it hard, and it just so happened that he extended the boundaries of Yankee Stadium with that hit for the home run. But again, it's a 5-1 Red Sox lead. 2 outs, top of the 3rd. Jackie Bradley Jr. is at the plate. James Paxton nearly at 70 pitches through 2 2/3 innings. He's thrown 27 in this half inning. 2-0's called a strike, counts 2-1. Jackie Bradley Jr. walked in his first plate appearance. Batting here now with the bases empty. And 2 out. Strike 2 called. The count even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Paxton has struck out 6 batters in this game, which is an impressive feat. The issue, though, is that the glaring factor right now is that he's given up 5 earned runs. And he gets the swing and miss. So that's 7 strikeouts for James Paxton, but not a clean inning for him. With a couple runners on, Michael Chavis hit this home run. That extended the Red Sox lead by 3. It's now 5-1. The Red Sox have the lead over the Yankees. There's Heidi Watney, and when she shows up in these parts of the games, it usually means she's going to pull up a graphic, so let's see. Yep, there's the graphic. 2020 hitting stats for the Yankees. They rank among the top of not only American League teams, but of Major League Baseball teams in general. 279 average is first among MLB teams, as well as their team on base percentage. It's 360. And they've hit the second most home runs in Major League Baseball behind the Twins with 179. Top of the order, do it for the Yankees in this bottom of the 3rd inning. Nathan Eovaldi gave up a run in the bottom of the 1st inning, but his team has helped him out. The Red Sox have scored in these first 3 innings. No ball, 1 strike count on the Yankees starting second baseman. Outside counts 1-1, and even more issues right now are that the Yankees are without Aaron Judge, who got hurt in the 1st inning, slid into third base, and seemed to have some kind of hand issue. So he's been taken out of this game, and still undetermined how that will impact his season. Bogarts to Moreland. Out at first is LeMahieu, and that's out number 1 in the bottom of the 3rd.
Batting second, the right fielder, Tyler Wade.
So 1 out, bottom of the 3rd, and Tyler Wade will come to the plate, the interim right fielder for the Yankees. Tyler Wade out at first in his first at bat of the game. So 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd, and here comes Gleyber Torres. Torres is 1 for 1. He had a single in his first at bat, and he takes ball 1 there from Nathan Eovaldi. Eovaldi had a high pitch count in the 1st inning, but he's since settled down. He's up to 42 pitches. 3-1's the count. We greatly appreciate your patience, but this hasn't happened to us in a while because we had our internet service fixed. But for some reason today is just giving us a handful of troubles, and we don't know why. So again, we apologize to you, but we appreciate your patience, and hopefully you care about the Yankees and Red Sox enough to stay with us and stay through the troubles. But we're going to try to limit the disconnects as best we can, and we're troubleshooting with all the different issues. So just know we're not trying to keep taking this on and off the air. We just have a weak internet system right now. It's an issue that we haven't had in a while, but we're going to try to resolve it not only during the game but after it as well to make sure that the issues don't happen again. So again, we appreciate your patience, and we're going to try to keep bringing you baseball, and if interruptions keep happening, just stick with us or wait for the next game after we troubleshoot our problems. It's a 2-ball, 1-strike count on Christian Vasquez. 8-9 hitters due up for the Red Sox in this half inning. Christian Vasquez, Kevin Pillar, and Andrew Benintendi. Counts full 3-2. James Paxton still on the mound. All 5 runs scored by the Red Sox were earned to James Paxton. He's been struggling in today's game, and that pitch misses upstairs. That's ball 4. So the leadoff walk issued to Christian Vasquez, and here comes Kevin Pillar. Pillar 0 for 1. He struck out in the 2nd inning. He's a platoon right fielder with Alex Verdugo. Pillar started as the consistent right fielder for the Red Sox, the everyday starter. And Verdugo was down in AAA, but Verdugo was performing well enough down in AAA that the Red Sox have confidence in calling him up to the Major League roster. That's exactly what they did. And so now they are platoon right fielders. But Pilar, being the right-handed bat, starts when there's a lefty starter on the mound for the other team. So that's why he's in the lineup in today's game. That's popped into the air on the infield. Gio Urshela seems to have a play, and he makes it. So that's out number 1.
Now batting, left fielder, Andrew.
So 1 out, top of the 4th. And here comes Andrew Benintendi. Benintendi is 0 for 2. He struck out a couple times against James Paxton. Paxton has 7 total strikeouts. But that success is not overshadowing the amount of runs he's given up early. He's given up at least 1 run to the Red Sox in each of the first 3 innings. That's inside, counts 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Two ball, no strike count on Andrew Benintendi, the left fielder of the Red Sox. 1 out, runner on first. That's a high fly ball toward right field. Not quite deep, though. Tyler Wade under it in straightaway center. He makes the catch and gets it in. That's out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Rafael Devers.
So with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning, Rafael Devers will come to the plate. Devers 0 for 2. That's dropped his average to .308. That's upstairs, counts 1-0. Rafael Devers has the most doubles on the Red Sox with 27. .1-0 is hit into left, a base hit. Brett Gardner will play it and get it in quickly. It's a 2-out single for Rafael Devers. Christian Vasquez moves from first to second on the play. And there's the scoreline for James Paxton right now. Not through 4 complete innings yet. He's given up 5 earned runs on 7 hits. Struck out 7 batters and walked 2, but just doesn't have his swing and miss stuff today. Actually, I can't even say that. He's striking out hitters, but he's left some pitches over the zone as well that have gotten hit. Xander Bogaerts hit he hit a solo home run in the first inning. Christian Vasquez hit an RBI double in the second inning, and then Michael Chavis hit a 3-run home run in the third inning. That's how the Red Sox have scored their 5 runs so far. The Yankees got a run in the first inning. Gary Sanchez had an RBI groundout. That's fouled off the count now, even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Xander Bogaerts hit a home run, and he's singled off James Paxton. So far, he's getting his 3rd plate appearance in here. Fly ball toward right. Back goes Wade toward the wall. He leaps. That ball is gone. Xander Bogaerts has 2 home runs now on the day. This one with runners on base. The second 3-run home run by the Red Sox in this game. And it is now 8-1. The Red Sox lead it. And that prompts Aaron Boone to come out of the dugout. And he will take the ball from James Paxton, who doesn't make it through 4 full innings. Paxton, 3 2/3 innings pitched. 8 earned runs given up. Though he struck out 7, he has put the Yankees in a deep hole.
Number 33, Jay.
And here comes the Yankees' long relief pitcher, Jay Happ, a former member of the starting rotation. They got moved to the bullpen with Clark Schmidt getting called up from AAA. And also, I'd like to formally apologize again for all the connection issues that we've had. We haven't had many in a while because we fixed our internet, but something about today is it's making the internet not comply with us right now, not work with us, so we're continuing to look at that. And if you're wondering how this game will be archived, though, we'll get all the pieces together and then we'll render the entire game as one file, so when it goes on YouTube, it'll be archived as just one file, not the many different parts. So that's the good news. So you can watch this back without difficulties if you want to later on, because we archive all of our games. But we apologize for the live issues that we're having, and we hope that there won't be any more.
Ball 3.
But even if there are, we'll keep trudging along, so we admire those who are patient, but we understand if you're not patient enough to continue to deal with them. So, but we'd just like to apologize for all of it. Strike 2 call. JD Martinez has a full count on him. 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning. 3 runs in for the Red Sox in this half inning. Martinez hits that one towards center field. Aaron Hicks is under it. Hicks makes the catch, and the top of the 4th inning is over. But Xander Bogaerts hit his 2nd home run of the game. This one was a 3-run home run. It's now 8-1. The Red Sox lead the Yankees as we go to the bottom of the 4th. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Middle of the order due up for the Yankees in this half inning. Miguel Andujar, Gary Sanchez, and Luke Voigt. Miguel Andujar walked in his first plate appearance, getting his 2nd plate appearance in here. Has one of the highest batting averages in all of the American League as he fouls that pitch off. Counts 1-2. Andujar is ranked 5th in batting average, behind Michael Brantley, Carlos Santana, JD Martinez, and Miguel Cabrera. Counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Yankees' designated hitter. That's fouled off, the count 2-2 still. Eric Ledford, that is a correct statement. The Red Sox and Yankees have played in 2 3-game series over the past 2 months. And the Red Sox have swept both 3-game series, 6 in total. That's out to left, back toward the wall, and Benintendi makes the catch. That's out number 1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. And with that, Gary Sanchez will come up to the plate. And the truth, 1, 2, 3, we never give up on anything, no matter how difficult it is. I have enough patience to continue to announce this game no matter how many interruptions there are. And
1-0.
we do it just in case any scragglers still want to watch. And right now we have you and Eric Ledford, so that's why we're going to keep going. We never give up. And plus, we have to archive the game somehow, too, so we want to make sure we have all the pieces of the game together when we archive it. Which, even if it's not recorded in one fluid file, we can make it one fluid file and then put it on. It's all about fundamentals. It's all about the principle that we got to give you guys every game. And we're going to keep that commitment no matter how many segments this game takes.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Full count, 3-2 on the Yankees catcher. Ripped down the left field line. It was squared up, but it's not in play. It's a foul ball, and the count still full, 3-2. Eovaldi's pitch. Swung out and missed. That's out number 2 in the bottom of the 4th inning. This is game 1 of a 3-game weekend series, and next weekend we'll see these 2 again. They'll start a 4-game series next Thursday against each other. But right now the Red Sox have won 6 consecutive games against the Yankees this season, as Luke Voigt takes strike 1.
0-1's the count.
See the infield shifted there. The Red Sox have had 3 home runs in this game. 2 of them were 3-run home runs. That's grounded to the left side into the shift. Bogarts plays, throws to Moreland. And that's the end of the fourth inning. No runs on no hits and nobody left on base for the Yankees after 4 full innings. The Red Sox are up by 7. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Red Sox in this half inning. Mitch Moreland, Michael Chavis, and Jackie Bradley Jr.
Ball inside.
That's ball 1. The count's 1 ball and no strikes on the Red Sox first baseman. Yeah, I agree. It did look kind of strange last night. I watched the start of the Nationals-Yankees game, and I watched Giancarlo Stanton take Max Scherzer deep. That's a fly ball out toward left. Gardner not able to make the play. It drops in front of him, and that's a leadoff single for the Red Sox.
Now batting, the second baseman, Michael Chavis.
Here comes Michael Chavis, who's 1 for 2 in this game. He had a 3-run home run in his last at-bat. Has contributed to the Red Sox 8-run total. Yeah, it's especially too bad because the game got rained out, and I think they made it 5 or 6 innings. The Yankees were up 4-1. It's unfortunate for the Nationals that weather could not permit a full game to be played. But it was interesting, and it seems like, I don't know why, I don't know if it's the air in the broadcasts, but it feels like there's a crowd still cheering. Are there like fans around the stadium that I wasn't aware of? Two ones inside, counts 3-1. But just seeing no fans in the stands to catch the home run balls too, that was a bit strange to observe. 3-1 swung on and missed. The count's full 3-2. And yes, Garrett Cole got taken deep by Adam Eaton. It was a well-played game, and then the Dodgers beat the Giants yesterday as well. That game was close, though. It was tied at 1 through 7 innings, and then the Dodgers broke out in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs, top of the 5th. Jackie Bradley Jr. up to the plate. Jay Happ in the game for James Paxton, who got taken out last inning. Jay Happ, the long relief pitcher of the Yankees. Ever since Clark Schmidt got called up, Jay Happ has been moved to the bullpen, and this is the type of game that I expect to see him in, where a starter could not keep his team in the game anymore, so the long relief pitcher comes in, eats up innings, and tries to limit the damage. Counts 2-2. Okay, I thought so, Eric Ledford. The pumping crowd sounds in. That's what I thought, because I remember during the Baltimore riots back in 2014 or 2015, whichever year that was, I remember watching the game, or watching highlights of the game, and Chris Davis had a home run and there were no cheers, but it seemed like when Giancarlo Stanton went deep, that there was some crowd sounds in there, or even when Adam Eaton went deep, it felt like I heard some crowd noise in there, but I wasn't sure why. 2 outs, top of the 5th. There's Christian Vasquez. He takes ball 1. Jackie Bradley Jr. just walked. He's walked a couple times now in this game. He's on first base. Vasquez is 1 for 1. He had an RBI double back in inning number 2. At the time, it was 2-1 Red Sox. And you got a 3-run home run from Chavis in the 3rd. A 3-run home run by Xander Bogaerts in the 4th. Make it 8-1. The Red Sox have scored in 4 consecutive innings. They're an out away from breaking that streak, but they also have a 7-run lead over their AL East rivals. 2 ball, 1 strike count. That's foul. The count even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jay Happ at 25 pitches. He's now pitched one full inning since he came in with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. And the count now full 3-2 on Vasquez. Jackie Bradley Jr. expected to run from first base. Pickoff attempt, and they got Jackie Bradley Jr. in a rundown. And he's safe at second base. They're going to call that a stolen base. LeMahieu didn't get the tag down in time. Jackie Bradley Jr. did get picked off of first base, but he hustled all the way to second, and he gets a stolen base. Aaron Boone not happy at all with the Yankees right now. Jackie Bradley Jr. in scoring position, just more unfortunate events happening against the Yankees. That's belted out towards center field. Hicks is going to play it off the wall if it stays in the park, and it does. Christian Vasquez gets another run batted in. So far, it's been Vasquez, Bogarts, and Chavis doing all the run scoring. But this one barely stayed in the park. At the very least, it allows Jackie Bradley Jr. to score from second base. So the misplay by the Yankees helps the Red Sox score another run. It's 9-1 in the top of the 5th. Here's Kevin Pillar. That's in the dirt. Sanchez keeps it in front of him. 1 ball, no strike count. But it was a 3-2 pitch coming to Christian Vasquez. Jay Happ threw over to first because Jackie Bradley Jr. was leaning a bit. Jackie Bradley Jr. broke for second. And he was safe. He beat the throw from Luke Voigt to DJ LeMahieu. And then on the very next pitch, Christian Vasquez hit a fly ball out to center that hit off the wall. And that allowed Jackie Bradley Jr. to score from second. The Red Sox have now scored in 5 consecutive innings. As that's out to right, Tyler Wade makes the catch, and that ends the top of the 5th inning. But Christian Vasquez picks up his second RBI of the game with this double, his second of the game. It's now 9-1. The Red Sox lead the Yankees. We're about halfway through this one. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. There's Heidi Watney. She's a sideline reporter, but she's not reporting today. She's just acting like she is. 7, 8, 9 hitters do it for the Yankees in this half inning. Aaron Hicks, Brett Gardner, and Gio Urshela. Hicks, a switch hitter, batting from the left side. Another one of the Yankees players that started the year on the injured list. That's grounded toward the middle, a base hit. It gets through the middle on the ground, and Aaron Hicks has a leadoff single for the Yankees to start the bottom of the 5th inning.
The left fielder, number 11, Red Gardner.
Well, Hicks wasting no time leading off this half inning. Got a low pitch, stayed on it, kept it on the ground, and got it through the infield. So now here's Brett Gardner with nobody out and a runner on first. He grounded out in his first and only at-bat of the game so far. So just like the Red Sox have some big injuries, one of their top pitchers and Chris Sale, the Yankees have Luis Severino, who's one of their top pitchers on the injured list. He had Tommy John surgery, and he's not expected to pitch at all in 2020. That's a strike on Gardner. Meanwhile, the Yankees also have another crucial injury to their lineup. Martin Perez is now warming up for the Red Sox, but Giancarlo Stanton tore his labrum about a month ago, and that was a season-ending injury for him. He won't be back for a while. Not until at least 2021, and it might linger into the season in 2021, that torn labrum injury. The Yankees without him they're still leading the AL East, though. 1-2's down, low counts 2-2. The Yankees had a minor league injury, but it's been a platoon minor major leaguer. Clint Frazier fractured his foot. He'll be out for 2 to 3 months. Big reason why he hasn't been called up to the Yankees, and he won't get called up since Aaron Judge got hurt. Because Frazier also injured. Gardner takes strike 3. That's out number 1. Bottom of the 5th inning, and here comes Gio Urshela. Urshela 0 for 1, batting 9th in the order for the Yankees as he hits that one out toward left center field. That ball's going to fall and one hop the wall. Hicks rounding third. He's going to try to score. Jackie Bradley Jr. gets it into Bogarts. Bogarts cuts it and holds it. It's an RBI double for Gio Urshela, and it's now 9-2. The Yankees still trail it. Fastball right over the middle of the plate, and Urshela hit it deep out into left center field. Well struck, and Hicks fast enough to score from first base. So now there's DJ LeMahieu, who's 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out in this game. He's batting now with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. His team down 7. But right field's going to be a question mark for the Yankees now, with their 3 likely candidates on the injured list: Clint Frazier and Giancarlo Stanton, along with Aaron Judge. Now, Judge not officially on the injured list yet, but he got taken out of the game because in the first inning he slid into third base and hurt his hand while doing it. But it was an injury enough for Judge to be taken out of this game. And we don't know the specifics of the injury yet. So when we find out, we'll tell you. But right now, right field is up in the air for the Yankees. 2-1 pitch is high, counts 3-1. Hitters count on DJ LeMahieu. Tyler Wade's on deck. Gio Urshela is on second. It's inside, ball 4. A 1-out walk issued to DJ LeMahieu. Not a bad move to pitch around him, especially with the base open. To bring up the number 2 hitter, Tyler Wade, the one who is playing for Aaron Judge. Line drive, base hit by Tyler Wade. All runners just move up one base. Gio Urshela on third, DJ LeMahieu on second. And Tyler Wade on first base, and that'll do it for Nathan Eovaldi. Eovaldi can't pitch through the 5th inning. Here comes Martin Perez, who started the year in the rotation for the Red Sox, but seeing those stats there, there's a reason why he got taken out of the rotation for Brian Johnson. Just hasn't been doing too well this season. He's pitching now with the intention to keep the Red Sox in the game. They still have a sizable lead, but a grand slam here could spark some more hope in the Yankees than they have right now. They scored a run off of Eovaldi already in this half inning. They have 2 runs total as that one's fouled off, and all the runners on base are Eovaldi's responsibility, so the book not officially closed on Eovaldi yet. No ball, 2-strike count. It's outside, counts 1-2. The Red Sox got their first run in the first inning. Xander Bogaerts hit a solo home run. The Yankees scored their first run in the bottom of the first inning after Gary Sanchez grounded out with the bases loaded. Chased it there, that's out number 2. Then in the second inning, Christian Vasquez hit an RBI double that scored a run. That made it 2-1. In the third, Michael Chavis hit a 3-run home run. That made it 5-1. In the fourth inning, Xander Bogaerts hit a 3-run home run that made it 8-1. And then in the top of the 5th inning, Christian Vasquez hit an RBI double. Made it 9-1. And right in this half inning, the Yankees got a run. Gio Urshela hit an RBI double. So 9-2 is the score, and this could be a turning point in the game if one of these hitters could come through. Miguel Andujar's at the plate. He's been a run producer for the Yankees all season. So he takes strike 2. Andujar getting ready for the 1-2 pitch. Line drive, but fouled on the right field line. Count still 1-2. And Duhar has 66 RBIs on the season. It's good for third on the Yankees team. Behind DJ LeMahieu and Gleyber Torres. Swing and a miss. Well, that'll do it for the Yankees in the bottom of the fifth inning. They leave the bases loaded. But they don't go away empty-handed. Gio Urshela hit this RBI double. It's now a 9-2 game. The Yankees still trailing it. We'll go to the sixth. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callos. Andrew Benintendi, Rafael Devers, and Xander Bogaerts, the one scheduled to bat in this half inning. And on the first pitch, Benintendi beats the Yankees shift. That's going to get into the corner. Benintendi rewarded for going the opposite way.
Third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Gets himself a double look. That just stayed fair down the left field line. Even if there was a third baseman there, that would have been a tough play. Just hopped over the bag, stayed fair. And while the outfielder's not being in position to make that play, allowed for Benintendi to get from first to second. So a double. Nobody out. Here's Rafael Devers. Devers was 1 for 3. He singled and later scored earlier on in the game. Jay Happ now pitching in the sixth inning. He came in with 2 outs in the fourth, got the final out of the fourth, then got 3 outs in the fifth, but not before giving up an earned run. The Red Sox have scored in each of the first 5 innings of this game. And with a runner in scoring position, they have a good opportunity to score again in the sixth. And again, history right now, not on the Yankees side, at least recent history, but the Yankees have lost 6 games in 2020 in the regular season to the Red Sox. Three-one pitch. Inside, that's ball 4. That puts runners on first and second with nobody out. But the Yankees have got swept in 2 previous 3-game series to the Red Sox, one here at Yankee Stadium and one at Fenway Park. So here comes Xander Bogaerts. He's hit a couple home runs in this game. One was a solo home run in the first, and this one was in the 4th inning. This was the second 3-run home run that the Red Sox have hit in this game. One was by Michael Chavis and one here by Bogaerts. That made it 8-1 at the time. The Red Sox have added to that since they scored a run in the top of the 5th inning. And no Bogaerts batting again with 2 runners on, this time with nobody out. And he takes strike 1 from Jay Happ. Bogaerts was the straw that broke the camel's back for Aaron Boone with regards to James Paxton. Paxton got taken out after Bogaerts hit that 3-run homer. Counts no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, I love that. I love the cardboard cutouts in games. I think it's fun. I think the fact that fans will get a baseball through the mail. I think it's a fun idea. I think it's a really good idea. It's just something unique, and it's something so weird, but that's what makes it fun. It's a really good idea. Whoever thought of that, and the teams that are participating in it, I think it's definitely a good thing. No ball, 2-strike count. That's a soft fly ball toward right center. That ball's going to fall. Hicks was getting around it, and Wade didn't go after it. Oh, man, so much going wrong for the Yankees. It's 10-2.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Benintendi scores from second. Devers goes from first to third. And Bogaerts is on second base. They'll score that a double. Martinez ground ball third base. Urshela plays. Throws to Voit. That's out number 1.
Now batting.
So no advancement from either runner on base.
Moreland.
And with that, Mitch Moreland will come to the plate. Liz Bastick, welcome to Major League Baseball's virtual network and welcome to this game. Good that you're with us again. Unfortunately for you, though, the Cubs aren't playing again this week, so sorry about that. But I hope you're enjoying the rest of our games here on the network. 1 ball, no strike count on Moreland. Moreland 2 for 3. Well, the Red Sox in all likelihood will make it 7 straight wins against the Yankees if they can sustain this lead. It's an 8-run game in the top of the 6th. Chopper on the ground. Sanchez plays it. Fair territory in front of the plate. Throw to Voit. That's out number 2. Devers stays on third, and Bogart stays on second.
Now batting, second baseman, Michael Chavis.
So with 2 outs on the top of the 6th, Michael Chavis comes to the plate. Chavis has 1 hit, but it was a crucial one. Chavis hit a 3-run home run back in the 3rd inning. That made it 5-1 at the time, and the Red Sox have built on that since. It's now 10-2. Chavis was a first-round draft pick of the Red Sox in 2014, and he made his debut last season in the major leagues. 1 ball, 1 strike count. The Red Sox have now scored in all 6 innings of this game so far. They've gotten at least 1 run in all 6 innings. That's fouled off. The count's still 1-2. Jay Happ has now given up 2 earned runs since he's been in the game. Starter James Paxton was responsible for the other 8. All 10 runs that the Red Sox have scored have been earned. 2-2. Soft fly ball toward right field. That is a fair ball. Devers scores from third, and Bogart scores from second. That's a 2-run RBI single for Michael Chavis. And it is now 12-2. The Red Sox have the lead.
Your attention, please.
That's going to do it for Jay Happ. He's out of the game. Luis Cessa comes in, making his 28th appearance of the year, has a 4.50 ERA and 56 innings pitched. And right now, the RBIs belong to 3 players: Christian Vasquez, Michael Chavis, and Xander Bogaerts. Nobody else has tallied an RBI in this game for the Red Sox, but it has been a team effort. Almost everybody on this Red Sox team has been on base at least once. That's a diving attempt by Aaron Hicks, but he can't make the play. Jackie Bradley Jr. has a hit and an extra base hit at that. It's an automatic double that bounced and went over the wall. Hicks with an almost spectacular play. Couldn't make it. Good effort, though, but that gets over the wall, and that's a break for the Yankees. Michael Chavis advances 2 bases from first, so he's on third. He's not able to score. And with that, Christian Vasquez is at the plate. 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, both of which drove in a run. He's also walked in this game, too, so he's been on base in all 3 of his plate appearances. Down low, counts 2-0. Chad Green now throwing. This game has turned into a blowout. Started with early offense. The game was tied after 1 full inning, and then it was a 1-run game after 2 full innings. But the Red Sox have scored at least 1 run in all 6 innings so far. And they lead it by 10. That's out toward left field. And that'll go foul. The count evens up 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Red Sox catcher. 2 runners in scoring position. And 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Christian Vasquez down on strikes. It's the first time he's gotten out in this game, and that ends the top of the 6th. But the Red Sox have padded onto their lead. They scored 3 runs in that half inning, and they lead it 12-2 going into the bottom of the 6th. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Yankees in this half inning. Gary Sanchez, Luke Voit, and Aaron Hicks. Gary Sanchez 0 for 2. Martin Perez continues to throw for the Red Sox. He replaced Nathan Eovaldi last inning. Martin Perez pitched out of a bases-loaded situation as well. The Yankees failed to score. It was 9-1 at the start of that inning. Eovaldi gave up a run, making it 9-2. And it was a turning point. The Yankees could not capitalize on that bases-loaded situation. And then the Red Sox tacked on 3 more in the top of the 6th to make it a 10-run game.
Now batting.
Sanchez strikes out there. Well-placed pitch by Martin Perez. And that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That brings up Luke Voit, who's 0 for 2 in this game. He rips that pitch out toward left field. Benintendi not going to be able to play it. That's off the very top of the wall. Voit on his way to second. Benintendi's throw in is just a bit late. Voit safe at second with a 1-out double.
Now batting, center fielder, Aaron.
Well, little bits and pieces of offense to allow the crowd to find some fun in this game. The Yankees offense not performing poorly. They've gotten runners on base, and they've gotten hits against the Red Sox pitching staff. The only problem is that they haven't been able to produce runs with those hits, while the Red Sox have been scoring at exponential rates. Aaron Hicks at the plate, switch hitter batting from the right side. The first time he's batted right-handed in this game. And he takes strike 1. Hicks has been a part of both the Twins and the Yankees organizations, though he's gotten most of his attention being a player for the Yankees. He was traded to the Yankees in the middle of the 2015 season. It was a swap. The Yankees got Hicks, and the Twins got John Ryan Murphy. Two ball, 2 strike count. Here's the pitch. Line drive foul, the count even 2-2. And while Hicks has stayed with the Yankees ever since that trade, John Ryan Murphy has bounced around several teams and is right now in the Pirates minor league system. That foul, the count's still even 2-2. Luke Voit on second base. He hit a 1-out double. That again fouled off. The count remains even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, speaking of former Twins as well, Martin Perez pitched for the Twins last season. He started his career with the Texas Rangers. Played 1 year with the Twins, and now he's in his first season with the Red Sox. Has failed to sustain a starting role. Been pitching out of the bullpen more consistently. That's out towards center field. Jackie Bradley Jr. makes the catch. Voit goes back to second. And now there are 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning.
The batter, the left fielder, Red.
2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning, and Brett Gardner comes to the plate. Gardner is 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out in this game. Luke Voit still out at second base in scoring position. Strike 1 taken by Gardner. Gardner has gone 3 for 6 over his last 3 games. 3 of those games were against the Angels. The Yankees are coming off a 4-game series sweep of the Angels. The Red Sox had an off day yesterday, but in their previous series, they took 2 of 3 away from AL division rival Toronto Blue Jays. One pitch is a strike, counts 1-2. One ball, 2 strike count. That's a fly ball toward right field. Kevin Pillar there, he makes the catch, and the bottom of the 6th inning is over. Yankees get a runner in scoring position but fail to score. No runs on 1 hit and 1 runner left on base. Going to the 7th inning, it's 12-2. The Red Sox lead it. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. This game and all of our games brought to you by MLB The Show 20. 9-1-2 hitters do it for the Red Sox in this half inning. Kevin Pillar, Andrew Benintendi, and Rafael Devers. No ball, one strike count. That's upstairs. Counts 1-1. Yeah, their games typically take forever because they are two teams that are more offensive-oriented than pitching or defensive-oriented. The same thing when the Yankees play the Twins. Usually those are high-scoring games, and they take longer because the Twins and Yankees are more offensive-based teams. Now, do the Yankees and Red Sox have some big names in the rotation that make them elite? Absolutely, but when I think of the Yankees and when I think of the Red Sox right now, the first thing I think of is offensive superstars and run production, which tend to make baseball longer. Foul ball count still even 2-2. And that's part of the effect of baseball not having a clock. The game could, in theory, never end. Baseball could never end because you need 3 outs to be recorded for a game to be over. So, if 3 outs aren't recorded in any given half inning, then the game could theoretically take forever. There is no limit on the amount of runs a team can score in one game. So Kevin Pillar just struck out, but because Gary Sanchez didn't catch the pitch in the air and it got away from him, Pillar ran that one out and he reaches first. So score that as strikeout, and then Pillar gets to first on what is scored a wild pitch. So now here's Andrew Benintendi, who's 1 for 4 in this game, and he takes strike 1. Benintendi hit a double earlier on, 1 for 4 officially. The Red Sox making their 5th plate appearances in this one. In the dirt, Sanchez can't keep it in front of him. Pillar's going to try to advance, and he does. Well thrown ball by Sanchez, but Pillar slid around LeMahieu's tag. So now he's in scoring position with nobody out. I mean, that's just unfortunate the way the ball spun for Sanchez. 1-1 count, check swing, but ball's outside according to the home plate umpire. Counts 2-1. Red Sox have scored in all 6 previous innings so far, and now they're in position to score in a 7th consecutive inning. It's quite rare to see a team score in every inning of a baseball game. Three ones outside, that's ball 4. So a walk issued to Andrew Benintendi. That puts Pillar on second and Benintendi on first. Nobody out, and here comes the heart of this Red Sox order, starting with Rafael Devers. It's Devers, Bogarts, and Martinez. The next 3 hitters due up. Down low, counts 1 ball and no strikes. Devers is 1 for 3 in this game. Again, Red Sox players now moving through for their 4th plate appearances of the game. Or 5th plate appearances of the game. They've gotten many chances to hit in this one. Many of their hitters. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Luis Cessa is still on the mound for the Yankees. So far, it's been Paxton, Happ, and Cessa on the mound for the Yanks. 2 lefties and a righty. Swing and a miss. That's out number 2.
The bat, number 2, shortstop, Xander Bogart.
Just got him to chase. Crucial strikeout there for the Yankees. So 1 out, top of the 7th. Here's Xander Bogaerts, who has been perfect in this game. He's hit a couple home runs, a single and a double, making him a triple shy of the cycle. It seems like it's that kind of day for the Red Sox where a triple is possible for Bogaerts.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Red Sox have done almost everything in this game.
Ball.
Counts 1 and 2.
Count is 1 and 2.
Bogaerts hit a solo home run in the first and then hit a 3-run home run in the 4th inning. Down low, counts 2 and 2. Xander Bogaerts is the reason why, one of the big reasons why James Paxton got taken out. But after the home run he hit in the 4th, James Paxton got removed for Jay Happ. That's into right field, a base hit. Tyler Wade will come up throwing. Throws off line though, and scoring on the play is Kevin Pillar. Now remember, Kevin Pillar was a strikeout victim, but he reached on a wild pitch. Benintendi walked. And a batter later, Xander Bogaerts comes through with his 5th hit of the game. An RBI single that scores Pillar from second. Benintendi moves from first to second on the play. And now the Red Sox have scored in 7 consecutive innings. That pitch misses outside. JD Martinez 1 for 4. And again, almost every hitter in this Red Sox lineup has gotten a hit. And I think all of them have reached base at least once in this game. Fly ball out toward right field. Catch made by Tyler Wade. That's out number 2, and the runners choose not to advance. And the theme has been consistent. The only RBIs that have been tallied so far have gone to Xander Bogaerts, Michael Chavis, or Christian Vasquez. Nobody else on this Red Sox team has an RBI in this game. Oh, that changed right there. That ball is gone. Another 3-run home run for the Red Sox in this game. It is now 16-2. Mitch Moreland with 22 home runs now on the season, and this stadium not even booing anymore. They're just quiet. Yeah, it was a fastball that was flat. And Moreland put an arc in it. Deep into the right field seats. And that's going to do it for Luis Cessa. Here comes Chad Green.
Number 57, Chad Green.
Well, if this game was close before, it's not anymore. Red Sox are up by 14 runs. They've scored 4 alone in this half inning.
Now back, second base.
Here's Michael Chavis, who's 2 for 4.
Chavis.
His last hit was a 3-run home run. I know that was incorrect, but he does have a 3-run home run in this game. He hit it back in the 3rd inning.
It's out 1 and 1.
One ball, 1 strike count. That's right, that was his most recent hit. He's gone 0 for 2 since that at bat. He singled in his first at bat of the game. That's fouled off. The count's still 1 and 2. 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. 4 runs in for the Red Sox in this half inning. Xander Bogaerts hit an RBI single, and Mitch Moreland hit a 3-run home run. Fly ball out toward left field. At the Yankee Stadium dimensions, that ball was close to leaving the yard, but it's caught by Gardner out and left.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us for the
And that ends the top of the 7th inning. Well, 7th inning stretch is coming up here, but I'm sure these Yankees fans are reluctant to sing along in a joyful manner because their team's down by 14. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 9-1-2 hitters do it for the Yankees in this half inning. Gio Urshela, DJ LeMahieu, and Tyler Wade. Strike one called on Urshela, who's 1 for 2. He got the Yankees' second run across. That was back in the 5th inning. He hit an RBI double.
I got the count 0-2.
Fly ball out toward right field. Back goes Pilar. And he makes the catch on the warning track. That's out number 1 in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting, second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Fly ball into right field. Pilar back toward the wall. He can't make the play, and it's off the wall. Bradley Jr. recovers nicely, throws to second, but is just a bit late. DJ LeMahieu gets a double. He's in scoring position with 1 out. So 1 out, bottom of the 7th, and here's Tyler Wade. He singled and scored in his second at-bat of the game. This is his 3rd plate appearance of the game now. And remember, he came in and substituted for Aaron Judge, who got hurt back in the 1st inning, which seems like eons ago with how much offense has been produced by the Red Sox in this game. But Judge slid into 3rd base in the 1st inning. Apparently hurt his hand and had to be removed from the game. That injury still, the severity of the injury still pending. But that's why Tyler Wade's batting now for Judge and playing right field for him. Catch made by Bradley Jr. That's out number 2. LeMahieu stays right on second base.
The bat, the shortstop, Labor.
So 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, and here's Gleyber Torres up to the plate. Torres' last hit was in the 1st inning. He hit a single. Swing and a miss, counts 0-1. Gleyber Torres, the Yankees starting shortstop, was acquired in a trade with the Chicago Cubs before the deadline of the 2016 season. Made his debut in 2018. Started out as a second baseman, but with Gregorius lost to free agency, Torres now the shortstop. So 1 ball, 2 strike count. Outside counts 2-2. Chopped on the ground and foul. The count's still 2-2. Martin Perez came in the middle of the 5th inning, replaced Nathan Eovaldi. Got out of a bases loaded situation and has been in the game ever since. Eovaldi has not been charged with an earned run yet. Both Yankees runs are earned on Nathan Eovaldi's scoreline. Of course, the Yankees can distribute their earned runs among pitchers rather evenly. Torres is out at first, and that ends the 7th inning. So the Yankees get no runs on 1 extra base hit, and 1 runner was left in scoring position. After 7 full innings, it's 16-2. The Red Sox lead the Yankees. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Bottom of the order, do it for the Red Sox in this top of the 8th inning. Jackie Bradley Jr., Christian Vasquez, and Kevin Pilar. Chad Green got the final out of the top of the 7th, and now he's pitching here in the top of the 8th inning. And the Red Sox have an opportunity to make history. There have been 20 teams that have scored at least one run in all 9 innings of a Major League Baseball game. In September of 2016, the White Sox did it. And before that, the Colorado Rockies did it in May of 1999. One ball, one strike count. That's out toward left field. Catch made by Brett Gardner. That's out number 1 at the top of the 8th inning.
Now batting.
And here is the starter comparison between James Paxton and Nathan Eovaldi. Eovaldi couldn't make it through 5 full innings, but gave up a significantly less amount of earned runs than James Paxton did. James Paxton couldn't pitch through 4 full innings. He gave up 8 earned runs. Christian Vasquez up to the plate. And for the Yankees' sake, the Yankees haven't made an error in this game, which has allowed for all of those 16 runs given up to be earned to the pitchers. So they have that going for them. No errors committed yet. That doesn't mean that this loss is hurting any less. Yankees down by 14. But also just a bit on scoring in every inning. The White Sox were the first American League team to score in all 9 innings of a game. So if the Red Sox could pull it off, score in this inning and next inning, they would be the second American League team in Major League Baseball history to do it, and the 21st in all of Major League Baseball. Now look at that. There's some hope for that. Christian Vasquez just singled. 1 out, top of the 8th. Here's Kevin Pillar. I guess technically the wild pitch counts as an error, doesn't it? Maybe, maybe not, but Kevin Pillar struck out and reached base on a wild pitch in his last at-bat. That's upstairs, counts 1-1. Pillar, one of a few Red Sox hitters that hasn't gotten a hit in this game. It's a 1-1 count. It's outside, counts 2-1. It's a 14-run game. The Red Sox are leading the Yankees. And the Red Sox have scored in every inning prior to this one. The Yankees scored once in the first and once in the 5th. And many of these players, or 4 of the Red Sox players, are inflating their RBI totals. Xander Bogaerts, Michael Chavis, Christian Vasquez, and Mitch Moreland, the 4 players on the Red Sox to have RBIs, but it's been a team effort in terms of getting runners on base and then having them come around to score. Swing and a miss, that's out number 2. Chad Green now has 1 strikeout in this game.
Now batting, the left fielder.
So 2 outs, top of the 8th. And that'll bring up top of the order for the Red Sox. Andrew Benintendi will come to the plate. Benintendi doubled for his only hit in this game. Has scored a couple times, though. This is Benintendi's 6th plate appearance of the game. Down low, counts 1-1. One ball, 1 strike count on Andrew Benintendi. That's into the right field seats and foul. So 1 ball, 2 strike count. inside, and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fly ball out towards center. Aaron Hicks running back for it. Hicks makes the catch. The Red Sox avoid making history. They have failed to score in all 9 innings. They go scoreless in the 8th, but in the long term doesn't matter because they're up by 14 runs. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 4, 5, 6 hitters do it for the Yankees in this half inning. Miguel Andujar, Gary Sanchez, and Luke Voigt. And Andujar on the first pitch of this half inning sends that one into center field. Martin Perez is still on the mound. You might see him finish this game out. The Red Sox want to give their bullpen a rest and save them for the final 2 games of this series. In a game that is closer than this one. Here's Gary Sanchez, who's 0 for 3. He struck out in his most recent at-bat. Takes ball 1 there. Sanchez now a .252 hitter and has a .351 on-base percentage after not reaching base at all in this game. One ball, no strike pitch. That's a fly ball that goes foul, and the count is even 1-1. Martin Perez has been pitching ever since the middle of the 5th. He came in the middle of the bottom of the 5th inning to replace Nathan Eovaldi, so right now it's been Eovaldi and Perez, the only 2 on the mound for the Red Sox. And Eovaldi responsible for the 2 runs given up to the Yankees. Perez still has no earned runs given up, and he's given up a few hits here and there, but the Yankees haven't been able to score since he's been on the mound. Two ball, 2 strike count. That's outside. Counts full 3-2 with Luke Voigt awaiting on deck. Full count pitch. Fly ball toward right field. Back is Pilar. He makes the catch. That's the first out of the bottom of the 8th inning.
Now batting, first baseman.
And with that, the number 6 hitter for the Yankees will come to the plate. It's Luke Voigt. Voigt 1 for 3 in this game. He doubled in the 6th inning. But the Yankees couldn't bring him around to score. The Yankees have been within grasping distance through the first 5 innings of the game. They had a couple bases loaded situations. And in the same innings that they had the bases loaded, they only scored 1 run. They got a run in the 1st and a run in the 5th. But they've left a significant amount of runners on base. Meanwhile, the Red Sox have been using a scoopula to scoop out runs and just get runners on and have them come around to score. That's out number 2 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Fly out that Andrew Benintendi catches. Greg Callis, my very esteemed uncle. Very good to have you here, Uncle Greg. Thanks for joining us, and sorry this game couldn't be more exciting. Could be if the Yankees come out a comeback. The Red Sox have scored 7 of the 8 innings they've been on offense, tallying 16 runs. They've gotten 4 home runs in this game as well. That pitch is upstairs, counts 1-1. 4 home runs. 3 of the 4 home runs have been 3-run home runs. Xander Bogaerts has 2 of the 4. And 4 players have RBIs for the Red Sox in this game. Inside, counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Miguel Andujar is the one on first base. And a swing and a miss. Aaron Hicks strikes out. That ends the 8th inning. So the Yankees waste a leadoff base runner. Martin Perez got the next 3 out. And after 8 full innings, it's still a 14-run game. The Red Sox are on top of it. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 2-3-4 hitters due up for the Red Sox in this half inning. Rafael Devers, Xander Bogaerts, and J.D. Martinez. Rafael Devers is 1 for 4 in this game. Yeah, 4 grand slams would do it. I don't think any team has ever hit 4 grand slams in a single inning. I know there's been 2 grand slams in a single inning before, and I know one single player has hit 2 grand slams in one game. But never 4 grand slams in the same inning. One ball, 1 strike count on the Red Sox the Red Sox third baseman. Chad Green still on the mound for the Yankees, and despite the Yankees struggling in this game on the defensive side, they've only used 4 pitchers. Gio Urshela makes that catch. That's out number 1 in the top of the 9th inning. It was a well-struck ball, and Devers almost beat the shift, but Urshela was there, got down, able to make the catch in the air for out number 1. So 1 out top of the 9th, and here is Xander Bogaerts. He's 5 for 5 in this game. He's still a triple shy of the cycle. So about half of the Red Sox order in this game will finish with 6 plate appearances. This is Bogaerts' 6th appearance at the plate. He has 2 homers in this game, a double, an RBI single.
Nope. That's inside.
Now he's batting against Chad Green, the Yankees' 4th pitcher of the game. Yeah, 3 grand slams have never been hit in the same inning. And 2 runs scored. I mean, it's possible. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I'm just saying that it's such a rare occurrence that it's never happened. It hasn't happened in Major League Baseball yet. But anything is possible in baseball. Bogaerts had the green light on 3-0, and why not? That's fouled off. Again, he needs a triple for the cycle. And just another base hit would keep him perfect through 6 official at-bats. That one fouled off, so now the count's full 3-2. A walk would keep him perfect, but another hit would get him a rare 6 for 6 performance. That's a fly ball out toward right center field, toward the wall. It's gone! Well, he won't hit for the cycle in this game most likely, but another rare feat has happened. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And it's now a 17-2 Red Sox lead.
The batter, the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
There's J.D. Martinez, who takes ball 1 upstairs. Martinez, 1 hit in 5 at-bats. But Xander Bogaerts has gone 6 for 6 in this game with 3 home runs and 6 RBIs. Popped up, foul territory. There's only 1 out in this half inning, too. Voit makes the catch. Now there's 2 outs.
Now batting is the first baseman.
But Xander Bogaerts adding the exclamation point to the game that the Red Sox are winning handily. Here's Mitch Moreland. In his last at-bat, he had a 3-run home run. There's only 3 RBIs of the game, but He's been contributing to the Red Sox offense, going 3 for 5. He takes ball 1. Moreland, a former first baseman of the Texas Rangers, signed a deal with the Red Sox in the 2016-2017 offseason, and then won the first World Series of his career in 2018, being the platoon first baseman with Steve Pearce. 2-ball, no strike count on Moreland. Ground ball right side and foul. The count now 2-1. Mitch Moreland been around since the early 2010s. Veteran first baseman, and he has his 4th hit of the game. Now, some of the fans cheering now in the stands at all this. It's coming at the Yankees' expense, though. Double for Mitch Moreland, his 4th hit of the game and 6 at-bats. Still 2 outs, but the Red Sox have a runner in scoring position, and that'll bring up Michael Chavis. Chavis is 2 for 5. He had a 3-run home run back in the 3rd inning. He also has a single to his credit. Chavis made his major league debut last season with the Red Sox. Was a first-round draft pick of them in 2014. Just spent 4 years in the minors and got his chance to shine in 2019, and he did indeed shine. Big reason why he's in the starting lineup now. And even when Dustin Pedroia came off the injured list, Chavis still remained the starting second baseman. And he's been part of the reason that the Red Sox have gone into an upswing. They started out the year struggling, but as of right now, they've gotten themselves to a winning percentage over 500. They're 52-50 as of right now, without the conclusion of this game, and they're in 3rd in the AL East, 11 games back in first place. Down low counts 2-2. The Blue Jays are 2nd in the AL East, and the Yankees are the division leaders. Now, the Red Sox this season have not lost to the Yankees. They're 6 for 6 against the Yankees. Swing and a miss, so Chavis strikes out for the final out of the top of the 9th inning. And the Yankees have a cliff to climb. It's perpendicular to the ground. That's how high the hill is that they have to climb. The Red Sox have a 15-run lead going to the bottom of the 9th inning. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 8-9-1 hitters due up for the Yankees in this half inning. Brett Gardner, Gio Urshela, and DJ LeMahieu. Martin Perez still on the mound, and Perez might get a save in this game. Not because this game is remotely close to needing to be saved, but Perez has been pitching since the 7th inning. So if he stays in this game and gets the final out of the game, he may earn a save. Now Perez shaking up a bit on that ground ball. He got hit in the foot. For him, that's his pivot leg. His pivot foot. Blocking it off a bit, and he's sending the trainers away. So he's able to record the out. And he'll continue to pitch. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. There's Gio Urshela. He hit an RBI double back in the 5th inning for his only hit of the game. It's inside, counts 1-1. One ball, one strike count. Gio Urshela at the plate, former Cleveland Indian and Toronto Blue Jay. In his 2nd year with the Yankees, still playing third base with Miguel Andujar back. Andujar is playing the designated hitter role, especially since Giancarlo Stanton is now on the injured list. That's out toward right. Catch made by Kevin Pillar. And now the Yankees down to their final out. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Top of the order coming up, DJ LeMahieu. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. DJ LeMahieu comes to the plate. Eric Ledford, you're always getting me with these decisions. I'm not great with baseball decisions or pitcher decisions. But yeah, you might be right, because yeah, Eovaldi didn't pitch 5 full innings. So yeah, you might be right. Perez might get the win in this one. Counts 2-1. Yeah, thank you for clarifying on those though, because sometimes I pass off bad information on decisions. I should probably just let the score makers handle that. Uh-oh. That's out to center field, and that ball is way gone. DJ LeMahieu gets around the bases to some cheers and provide a bit more enjoyment for these Yankees fans. Solo home run, first for the Yankees in this game. LeMahieu's 21st of the season. It's now a 17-3 ball game. Oh, that looked like a breaking ball that went right into the happy zone. Way out of here. Tyler Wade up to the plate now. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Yankees still down by a bundle. That one on the ground to third. Devers plays. Throws to Moreland. Wade out at first, and the ball game has come to an end. Well, the Red Sox scored plenty enough to win this game, but their offense put on a show in this one. Xander Bogaerts and Michael Chavis, 2 players heavily involved in the offensive production and the overall win. And the Yankees got beat pretty badly at home. There's Martin Perez. Yeah, he does earn the win in this one. Eric Ledford, you are correct. Martin Perez earned the win out of the bullpen, and James Paxton had 8 runs scored on him, and he got the loss in this one.
His record is now 3-10.
Well, no need to go through an entire scoring summary for you. You can just take a look at the notable players down there. But Xander Bogaerts, player of the game in this one, he was a triple shy of the cycle, but he went 6 for 6 with 3 home runs. He drove in 7 total RBIs. He got player of the game. Mitch Moreland went 4 for 6 with a 3-run home run that tallied his 3 RBIs for the game. Michael Chavis had 5 RBIs in this one after going 2 for 6 with a 3-run home run, and Christian Vasquez drove in the other 2 runs. He hit a couple RBI doubles. 1 run scored on each double, and he ended up going 3 for 4 in total. The Red Sox missed history by an inning. Mets 2-1-2-8 pointing that out. They did not score in the 8th inning, so they scored in 8 of the 9 innings that they played in this one, tallying 17 total runs on 19 hits. The Yankees got 3 runs on 8 hits. They got a home run as well from DJ LeMahieu, but compared to all the home runs that the Red Sox hit, that's a very small amount. The Red Sox in this game had 5 home runs distributed amongst 3 players. Xander Bogaerts hitting 3 of those home runs. Just a blowout victory for the Red Sox against their AL East rivals in this game. So game 1 of this 3-game series goes to the Red Sox. The Red Sox have now won 7 straight games against the Yankees in 2020. These 2 have only played 7 games, so 7 wins for the Red Sox and 7 games against the Yankees this season so far. The Red Sox improved to 53 and 50. The Yankees still stuck at 69 wins, and they have 40 losses now. Though the Yankees are still in first place, and the Red Sox will remain in 3rd place in the AL East. The Yankees are also potentially without Aaron Judge now. Judge got removed from the game in the 1st inning because of a hand injury that he acquired when he slid headfirst into 3rd base. So that injury for him still pending, but not good news for the Yankees. And with 2 other outfielders on the injured list, Clint Frazier and Giancarlo Stanton, it's going to be difficult for the Yankees outfield now. They're going to have to get creative. And some early call-ups might be necessary, but you'll get informed on that on Twitter at the end of the night. So look for that on Twitter, the injury update on Aaron Judge. After the results and standings update is posted, we'll do the injury updates for the day as well, and Aaron Judge will be on that list. So look for that. But this has been a production of Major League Baseball's Virtual Network. This game and all of our games are brought to you by MLB The Show 20. My name's Nicholas Callis. Once again, the final score of this game, the Boston Red Sox 17, the New York Yankees 3.